2 between Mamelodi Sundowns and Ahly of Egypt. Joining us, Sundowns goalkeeper, Mwene. Kennedy, thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you, good morning.
Kennedy, of course, just a quick introductory question before I hand over to the members of the media. But big game, of course. You had a really good outing away in Egypt, getting a good win. Just the approach coming into this game?
Look, I think it will be tough, because at the end of the day, again, we're playing at home and people expect us to win. So it's extra pressure for us, but we're used playing under pressure for us. And look, it won't be an easy game, yeah. Like always, Sundowns and Ahly, it's always a tough game to play, yeah.
Members of the media, over to you. Please just identify yourself before asking the question to Kennedy.
Thank you. Kennedy, from ENC. The match that you played down in Egypt, you obviously played in front of the supporters. How was that feeling? Finally playing in front of supporters versus not playing where there's no fans?
Look, I think it felt good, but at the same time, again, they were pushing their team, which was a plus for them. But compared with us here, we don't have fans in the stadium. So look, it was a good feeling, but at the same time, again, it added pressure on us. But when you go to North Africa, the stadiums are always full, but we're used to it now, yeah.
Any other questions from the floor?
Kennedy, Simon Blake, SABC News. Is there a buzz about the club to it's so imminent in your sights? He means so much to Sundowns. There must be a sense of excitement. Be hosting him.
I didn't pick up your question.
Pitso Mosamani returning to the club that he is so influential in. There must be a sense of excitement around the club. Is there a buzz? What are the players feeling like to be hosting? Is it been instructed by Pitso this time around?
Look, I think, he was our coach, but at the same time, it's not about the coach, it's about our team, Sundowns and Ahly. So I think for us, it's to go into the game and do what we have to do. Because at the end of the day, I think we all have respect for Coach Pitso because a lot of us were being coached by him. But I have to say that it's about Sundowns and Ahly, not us and Coach Pitso, yeah.
I think I've got a few questions online. Celebalo, I think you were first. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning, Kennedy, and good morning to all my colleagues as well. Kennedy, there's a lot of subplots in this one. Obviously, we would like to play.
Further questions on the floor? We'll just get Celebalo online.
Okay, Kennedy, 3 games, top of the law, 3 points difference between yourselves and the thing has to go through. Can you say it's so far so good for a team, and also the importance of winning home matches?
I think for us, we're in the good space. I think that's what we wanted to do, to collect points as soon as possible. And look, pressure now, we still have pressure, but not as much as the other teams following us. And but for us, is to continue winning and maintain our first spot, yeah.
Celebalo, if you can hear us, please go ahead.
Can you hear me now? Kennedy, can you hear me?
I think you also had a question. If you can hear us, please go ahead as well with your question.
Hi, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
So Nelly, you mind just checking if we're okay on the sound front here, man?
Mm-hmm.
It might just be a sound issue from our side. Sepan, can you hear us? If so, please go ahead with your question.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I don't think you guys can hear us.
We can hear you now. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. I think we're now good to go.
Oh, okay. Tsapang here from Sokala Duma. To Kennedy, last year there was this whole thing with the fans having a go at Pitso, using foul language as well. Would you, this year, love to see maybe the Sundowns fans showing a bit more respect to the coach, considering what he's done for the club?
I think that question, it wasn't supposed to come to me. I think it has to go to the management at Sundowns. I think for me, it's about just talking about the game between Ahly and Sundowns, and I think those are management issues here.
Guys, I think we're aware of Coach Pitso's aspect of the game, but let's please keep the focus on the game. To Kennedy, please.
Can I go now?
Dilebalo, please go ahead.
All right, can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
All right, thank you. Kennedy, there's a lot of subplots, going into this game. I mean, obviously you would love to play at your base in Pretoria, but you're playing at FNB Stadium, and that's where the enemy, if you like, in the PSL plays, KZ Chiefs. Just your thoughts around, playing such a massive game away from home and at the home of one of the biggest enemies of Sundowns. Thank you.
Look, I think first game we also played away. We played in Rustenburg, and look, there's nothing we can do. We have to go and play at FNB. But at the end of the day, we're playing at home. We're at home. We're used to play at FNB. So I think it's about the country at the moment, not about the PSL. So I think we're okay with it. And we're looking forward for Saturday.
Thank you. I think, Lorenz, you were next.
Hi, Kennedy, it's Lorenzo from Midoski Times. Obviously, you pulled off one of the biggest performances of the Champions League against Ahly. How do you manage to achieve something like that at your age? And being in second in command to Dennis Onyango, what keeps you motivated and confident in that manner?
I think one thing it's to remain positive always, and you must train smart, especially when you're at my age. So I think it all goes back to training and the kind of training we do with Coach Wendell. Look, I'm not that too old, 37. I guess you push. So for me, I think it's you just have to look after yourself. You have to see what you put in your system, the rest you have. So I think, it's always looking after yourself, and, you cannot cheat football at the end of the day, yeah.
Machatse Pafele from Times Live, please go ahead.
Good morning, Kennedy, and good morning to the colleagues. Kennedy, I just want to check something here with you. Both you guys played on Tuesday. Obviously, it's almost like a short turnaround, but you guys are at home, you didn't get to travel, and Ahly had to travel a long distance. Do you think that that thing of them having traveled will almost work in you guys' favor because you have rested more? I don't want to say you are well rested, but you have rested better than them.
I think our coaches have done a lot with us. I think one thing we must not take advantage of is us thinking that because we are at home and we have rested a bit and Ahly have been playing games. I think that is the biggest thing we can do. I think we'll take the game as serious as possible, because we know whether they have rested or not. We just have to do our best, because if we don't have to take this game like in a light way, but we just have to work extra hard, because we know that whether they rested or they didn't, they'll come at us. So we just have to be prepared. Yeah.
I think we've got two Shabalalas on the line there. Aubrey and Tema, could you both ask your question concurrently, please, and then we'll have Kennedy answer. Aubrey, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. It's Aubrey Chabalala here from TBR Solution Sports Program. Kennedy, well done. Age, we are doing well. I'm sure you guys are observing. Are you not worried, having looked at what happened last night in terms of Madrid and PSG, that sometimes experience plays a major role? Don't you think that can be something that you need to be wary of, since you're going to play Ahly, who also have a lot of experience?
Timba, can you quickly maybe ask your question, and we'll come back to Kennedy on that one?
All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Themba Shabalala, Joseph from Sports. Kennedy, the resurgence of your career has come when some of us never expected it, and you pulled one of the biggest saves of the match, if not of the tournament last week in Egypt. Tell me, how much of it makes you want to go further even in the tournament? I mean, I'm even looking at what happens now if Dennis Onyango comes back. Is it a good headache for you that he's coming back? I'm still going to go on and perform the way I've been if I'm given a chance, or you just say, okay, my time was there when he was not there. How do you play around that? Because I know you guys are quite close and looking at that. And if I may add just a little one as well, you won 6-0 against a junior team. They won 3-0 against the biggest rival in Egypt. Does that make any difference in terms of the mindset of you guys? Thank you.
Firstly, about Ahly's experience and the ability to come back in this game.
I think even Sundowns have been in this space before. Yeah, we saw what happened last night, Real Madrid and PSG, but we don't want to fall in that space as well. But we've got a couple of players who are experienced as well in our team. We know Ahly the experience. But I don't think we will be able to fall victims for that, because we know that this game means a lot to us as well, because we want to hit the nine points after 3 games or after 4 games already. So for us, I think I don't think that, but football being what it is, I don't think we'll be in that space, because our coaches always preach about being humble and concentrate the whole 90 minutes. Yeah.
Kennedy, just about your own role of the very good first leg performance against Ahly.
I think that has passed. Now we're looking at the second leg now at home again. It's a different ball game for us. That game has passed. We won and it has gone. I think we have to look forward for Saturday, and then because it's a different ball game again. Yeah.
I think the question also was just about you in relation to the other goalkeepers in the camp, of course, just as colleagues, and also competing, of course, for that starting lineup position.
Look, I think at Sundowns we've got a health competition, especially in goalkeeping, and whoever the coach chooses to play this game, I think there will be no hard feelings, because we know we've been working like that all the years. So for me or for Dennis to come back, I think it's good for the team, and because the competition will be high, and if they decide to play Dennis or me, that wouldn't be a problem. And like I said, we'll continue working. Yeah.
I think a last question from you, Sandile, online there before we wrap up with Kennedy.
Thank you. Morning, everyone. Kennedy, I think you were in the squads that won the Champions League in 2015 and the CAF Super Cup in 2016 as well. When you're looking at just the potential of the squad that you are with now, compared to the team that obviously conquered the continent back then, where do you think is the strength of the current squad? Thank you.
Look, it's very difficult to compare the two teams, because the current team, there's a lot of young players and who are willing to work, and they've got a big heart. You can't compare the other one in the 2016, because we had already matured and experienced players. But on this one, we still have to bring a lot of youngsters, but they're willing to learn, and that is very important and encouraging to see that youngsters wants to do their best. And for me, I think we are hitting the right direction as a club here.
Thank you so much, Kennedy. Thank you, Sandile. Guys, we'll be joined by Coach Mwene shortly. So please, thank you, Kennedy, for your time. Appreciate it.